I'm gonna see, or maybe we can do it right here this morning. Anyway, we're back. We've got several things going on. We have probation violation arraignments. We have 3 of them. There's Allison Osmick, file number 23646 FY, was placed on probation on resisting, obstructing, and she is having a very poor probation. She is struggling and she's not here. So we'll set that aside for a moment. Mr. Denzel Smith, file number 232148, is on probation to Autumn Kiefer on a charge of operating while intoxicated. Autumn is here. Denzel is not. Autumn and I discussed this case earlier this week about how bad he is struggling. And I guess neither one of us are real surprised that he's not here. So we'll set that one aside for a minute. In the event that maybe he'll come rolling in a minute or two. And then we have Alexis Sullivan. And Miss Sullivan will be with you in just a minute. All right. Okay. All right. We also have with us Mr. Alan Weston Klinger. Mr. Klinger got picked up over the weekend on a bench warrant on a charge of domestic assault from earlier this year. Defendant had failed to appear and a bench warrant issued for his arrest. He got picked up, I think, on Friday, did you tell me? I arraigned him on Monday and set the pretrial for this morning. Deborah Davis has had an opportunity to meet with him and has offered no input from the complainant, did not have strong feelings, recommend a PR bond, no further upfront jail time, and standard DV probation. You've been in jail now for, how does that count? $5 days, plus what you did at the front end. Which was 1 day. So I think you have 6 days total credit. The charge is domestic violence. It's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. It carries 2 points on your driving record and requires that your license be suspended. Excuse me, mixing my metaphors here. It requires that you have no firearm privileges. There is no point. According to Ms. Davis, you're going to admit to this charge, and she's recommending that I give you a PR bond, perhaps set it for sentencing, and they're recommending the prosecution deferral, where you'd have a chance to take this charge off your record. Do you understand?
Yes.
Other than that, did anyone promise you anything?
No.
Or threaten you?
No.
Do you understand that if you do plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will be no trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand yourself and testify on your own behalf. But you don't have to, because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. You'd also have the right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they could be questioned under oath. And you have the right to be presumed innocent if and until the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand?
Yes.
Let's go back to the date of this citation, which was August 20th. Were you together with Tammy Klinger at that time?
Yes, that was,
Did you and she get into an argument that day?
that was just an argument.
All right, well, let me take a look at this. Autumn, Miss Sullivan is back there chomping away on her gum. Why don't we do a PBT while we're waiting just to see what we got this morning?
Okay.
Thank you.
Just have to see.
You and Tammy got in an argument at the Spartan Motel, is that correct?
Yes,
Now, it says here that you pushed her and pulled her here. What do you remember about that?
no, I didn't push her. She tripped her over her own feet, to go catch her, and my fingers got tangled in her hair. That's how it all occurred.
All right. Had you been drinking?
No,
What was the argument about?
about helping with each other with chores and other stupid things. Can't even couple to do.
Well, I'm not sure that I have a factual basis for a domestic assault. I have the part that you're living together, but I don't catching somebody when they fell. Witnesses advised of a physical assault. Injuries to the victims were complaints of pain. Victim was grabbed by the hair and pushed to the ground. And I don't have a full police report. Apparently there were other people there that saw this. So did you do anything? Did you push her down in anger or anything?
No, I did not.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to send you back to jail and set it for further hearing. You haven't acknowledged any sort of criminal responsibility. Maybe I can get the police report. Hi, Missy. This is Judge Middleton. I'm trying to take a plea on Alan Klinger. And I have a bond report, but I don't have the police report. Could you get somebody to email me the police report? All right, thank you. Bye. All right, we'll see who was there watching this. We'll come back to this. Daniel?
Yes, sir.
I had Autumn take Miss Sullivan out and give her a preliminary breath test. As you know, we struggle with this case. Oh, that's not even your case.
Nope, mine's Miss Osmic.
All right, well, she's not here, so I'll get rid of you while we're waiting for the report on Mr. Klinger. Allison Osmic, and again, Daniel and I talked about this case. She's struggling. She's been struggling. I don't know where she is. She's still got a methamphetamine and perhaps other drug addiction. She has failed to appear for her probation violation arraignment. And I'm going to do a bench warrant. No bond. See judge. No 48-hour hold. Yeah, she's not gonna be here. Okay, Dan, you're good to go.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You can get a hold of her. I'm not, she needs to be in custody so she and I can discuss this because she is not doing well at all. All right, you're good to go. How do we do on them?
You're not gonna be able to arraign her, Your Honor. She's a .111, admits to drinking vodka yesterday, using methamphetamine a couple days ago.
All right, don't go too far, Michelle.
Yes, sir. I'll put it in my, oh, no.
All right, Alexis, would you come up and have a seat? This is file 23308 SD. Alexis Sullivan is here for an arraignment on a probation violation charge for continuing to drink alcohol while she's on probation for operating while intoxicated. Alexis is 23.
Yeah.
She has the worst alcohol problem of a 20-year-old that Autumn and I have seen in quite some time. She was here on an earlier occasion. She was a .243. She's here today for bench or probation violation arraignment. The order says she should take a test upon demand of any police or probation officer. According to Autumn, she's presently a .11. So you're over the legal limit. You're too intoxicated for me to even arraign you. How'd you get here?
My boyfriend dropped me off.
All right, he's not here.
No.
All right, well, I'm gonna have you taken into custody. I find that you're in contempt for showing up intoxicated. You're also in violation of your probation. We'll reset this for tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
I'll be in the front. Probation violation?
Yeah. On canceled. The gum was the tip off.
Well, and actually, hasn't tested. She's refused to test since September. That's the allegation for the violation, and then
Well, and as you said,
she
in your,
switched it to meth.
yes, she switched her addiction from alcohol to methamphetamine. It's like going from bad to extremely worse. She's a nice young woman, but she is not doing well. We have not got at the reason why. And the reason why is I believe she has significant childhood trauma. On cancel, continue to tomorrow. We got plenty of time tomorrow. At 8, we'll say 9 o'clock. For PV arraignment. Defendant to sober up. Oh boy. She's so young to be so messed up. And our friend Denzel Smith, formerly known as DZ, has failed to appear for his probation violation arraignment. Also on operating while intoxicated. I think it was a second offense, reduced to a first. He's also essentially off the map, not testing, continuing to drink, and mess. When did you have last contact with Mr. Smith?
I last spoke to him on October 12th. He was made aware that the probation violation was going to go in at that time as well, and that he was to report for court.
All right, bench warrant. No bond. No 48-hour hold. See judge. There are people watching that know Denzel. Tell them to get in here. We got to deal with this. His attorney was Ross Truckee, but he's not representing him at this point. Well, Autumn, we didn't do too well this morning. Kind of the whole morning has been like that.
We knew it was probably gonna end up sour, so.
All right, now I got to go back to Mr. Klinger now that I have the police report.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Osmic's a no-show. Smith is a no-show. Ms. Sullivan did show, but she's